Global community. Okay, that makes sense.
Mask CV 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 mask.
Read a little more. How the fuck could blackface be used for educational purposes? They're not saying you put on blackface, brother. Of course, blackface can be used for educational purposes. How the fuck do you show like minstrel shows when discussing the damaging impact of dehumanizing stereotypes that legitimized or normalized the oppression that African Americans faced? Like, yeah, there you go. That was a very easy example of like showing you how blackface could be used in an educational context. It's not literally, I'm going to do Justin Trudeau style blackface to show you it's bad. It's just, you can show.
To look at my application from Ultra PG, the #1 simp. Seven-month pogo.
Anyway, yeah, like, it's about. Hold on. Yes, I'm going to go back to the stimulus deal in a second. It is black coffee, yes. Emotes are an important part of how we communicate. It doesn't seem like it's all that different. Like, the only thing I guess that's different is like intent doesn't matter. I guess that's what they're saying. Like, intent is no longer going to be applied when discussing certain, or when looking at certain instances or certain infractions, rather. You're just going 100% corporate? I mean, they were already 100% corporate. The last TOS made them more corporate than most other fucking corporations. No intent, but instead the overall context. Are you worried that Twitch might be banning a lot of streamers soon? I get it's your job, but I think a lot of this is going to go over well with streamers on their platform. Is going to go over well with streamers on their platform? You think streamers are going to think it's fine? That, like, the only part of this that is like ridiculous in my point of view is like going over the top and like adding additional terms like incel, virgin, and simp. Oh, he said, I don't think it's going to go over well. Oh, yeah, it's not going to go over well.
What are you doing, stepdaddy?
This also legitimizes the grievances that like a lot of Twitch streamers have with the platform. Like a lot of Twitch streamers that might have like takes that are borderline reactionary, if not absolutely reactionary, can now be like, oh, dude, look at the censorship. Look at how censorious Twitch is. And some of that censorship is good. It does work to make the platform a better place. Some of it is ridiculous and over the top, though.
You saying what a fucking lie, dude. Anyways, check it out. You can ask your mods to check link if yo.
What? Bro, is this the same guy? That, no, dude, I'm not going to listen to that song. It literally features me saying the R word over and over again. Stop linking this fucking song that you made and stop putting it in the subreddits. Like, no, I'm not going to play that. Literally, is this a good time, you think, to put this song forward while we're literally discussing newly applied TOS guidelines? Like, how fucking brain dead are you, dude? Great timing, idiot. This guy, for the past, like, literally for the past week, has been trying to get me to watch a video that he made. And it's like me saying the R word in it, okay?
Tonight, expect to see progressives on Twitter incredibly ass-pained about him for the next day or two.
You just made the Joker origin story? Yeah. Stop!
Is this a bad time? Sorry.
Did Twitch succeed in having the conversation be about language instead of draconian enforcement of copyright? Yes, they did.
Have you covered the Durham investigation? Or eat into Patrick Byrne? He's just crazy, yay? Keck wait.
We've added explicit language banning hate groups, memberships in hate groups, and sharing hate group propaganda. We've also specifically prohibited black, brown, yellow, red face unless they're being used in an explicitly educational context. Again, this is not new. Yeah, like, none of this stuff is new. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment has always been prohibited. Notable changes. Repeatedly commenting on someone's perceived attractiveness, even in what you believe to be a positive or complimentary manner, is prohibited if there's an indication if it's unwelcome, that it's unwelcome. You've been asked to stop, timed out, or channel banned. Yeah, this is good. This isn't, it could be abused, but it's not a bad thing. This goes back to like that same convo of female streamers saying like, oh, Hassan is hot. I don't have a problem with that. Even male streamers saying Hassan is hot. I don't have a problem with that. I've made it clear. Like, I'm not going to do anything about it. And I don't have an issue with it. So like, that would not get them banned is what I mean. Hey guys, stop saying Hasmon. I can't even have this fucking combo. Oh, I'm getting like, I think I'm gonna get another fucking. I'm gonna have another. I'm gonna have another episode of. I'm gonna have an outbreak again. The shingles is coming back.
Hassan, that guy isn't me. I'm sorry, I just made this song yesterday. You can check the link off stream if you don't trust me. It's just a remix song I made of you. There are no R words that can get you banned. I'm sorry. Feels bad, man.
I felt like banning Vegan Pal today, I think. Your moronic audience helped push this liberal trash. I think today is the day I finally ban Vegan Pal permanently. I felt like it. He's just really fucking annoying. He doesn't bring any. He provides zero useful commentary to the community, and I don't like it. I'm annoyed. I'm constantly annoyed by it. The stream you told us you got shingles was the first stream I ever watched of you. Oh, nice. Okay. Making lewd or explicit comments about anyone's sexuality or physical appearance is prohibited. Note that we do not make an exception for public figures. So, like, I can't even... I won't be able to joke about Donald Trump and having a big bussy. Like, that's...
Hassle.
Like, Donald Trump's big bussy is bannable. Like, okay. I guess we can't do that anymore. It's whatever. Sending unwanted or solicited links to nude images or videos? Yeah, no shit. There's creator camps. Behaviors that are relatively low in severity or language commonly viewed as being colloquial will receive warnings or lighter suspensions, while more malicious, overtly harmful behaviors and language will receive stricter penalties.
And I'm fucking livid. UMG wants felonies for people that get mcad.
We need a lower loomer hour before this goes into effect. No, we can't. We're no longer doing that. Almost like they are directly targeting specific streamers. You, Cal, Ms. Soda. You make sex remakes about women sometimes? What? What?
Hey chat people, hey.
Probably meant remarks. Oh, I make sex remarks? Yeah. I do. I do them about men. I do them about women in an obviously satirical fashion. I do talk about fucking your moms and shit. So that I don't think we'll be able to do that. Maybe Twitch just doesn't like bullying. Why is it hard to understand? This guy is a troll too. Fucking banned. Here's what will happen in this chat going forward. I'm gonna have to clean up the community as Twitch is cleaning up its own community, and what that means is if you're here with the express purpose of triggering me, I'm probably just going to ban you and move on. Maybe it'll make this a better place. I don't care if you're a 12-month subscriber. I don't care if you're a year-long subscriber. I don't care if you've been in this community since day one. If you are here with the express purpose of triggering me until I fucking lose my mind, I will ban you. I will ban you permanently. I will no longer unban you. I will no longer be lenient. Okay? Sorry. I can't risk it. Not only does it make the content not as good for a lot of people when I get stun locked, it derails the conversation a lot of times, but it also puts me at risk. Okay?
Monko.
I do not want to lose my livelihood. I do not want to lose my business. I do not want to lose my only source of income. And I, most importantly, do not want to lose a community that I and so many others have put so much effort into making on this platform. I don't want that to go away. Okay? It is more important to me than anything else. It's more important to me than the business. It's more important than anything else. It has taken years, blood, sweat, and tears to put together a community where hundreds of thousands of people in different moments could come and feel safe and be able to shoot the shit and have like-minded opinions and cover the news and be able to organize if necessary. And I don't want to throw that out and cast it aside because some fucking moronic 12-month Andy decided to trigger the fuck out of me, and then that subsequently got me banned. Okay? It is deeply selfish to do that. It is really stupid to do that. I also, on top of this, should probably take more time out and away from the stream so I can have time to myself, so I can recalibrate and not get so triggered and endlessly get stun locked by idiotic baiting. It's getting to a point where old heads know and recognize this, but it's getting to a point where streaming starts becoming more of a chore for me, and it is no longer as fun to do. When it gets to that point, I have to take at least a day off so I can recalibrate and get excited to be back on stream again. You mean more offline cyberpunk? No, not even cyberpunk. Like offline, away. Maybe go outside, take a day off, and just like live like a normal human being.
I love you and I love chat. Thank you for making me happy today. Has anyone told you that your eyes are very pretty today? Hassle, 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 hassle.
Thank you. Just continue to do this, and if you are banned, you can go to another platform like Banned Video, son. What? Why the fuck would I do that? Sounds so stupid. What? Scoop, top Biden aides fucker quote under fire. What? Glamour magazine interview in which incoming White House Deputy Chief of Staff Jen O'Malley Dillon referred to Republicans on Capitol Hill as fuckers. What? No. And also, she's right. Listen. What? What is that? Aiden, are those bots? Aiden, you see what I'm seeing there? What's going on, brother? We're being brigaded by bots. Oh, nice. Nice.
Hey Hassan, it's me, your resident, redacted by Twitch. I just wanted to say you are looking, redacted by Twitch, and I would like to, redacted by Twitch.
No, it's not. It's not Kelly Loeffler. Go to Parlor. It's where it's at right now. Yeah, dude. Let me go hang out with Milo Yiannopoulos and fucking Laura Loomer. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Okay.
3.
Moral deficiency part of Twitch's new rules. You missed it. What is that? I didn't see that. It doesn't show. It's not here. Do you truly think that lewd and explicit stuff applies to talking about Trump's bumpy dumpy or Mitch's sexy nussy? I don't know. I don't know. As a guy who blew up at work last week for losing his cool and is on a 3-day pay, no suspension, you are correct. It's your job. Take some time for yourself. I need your progressive ideas to help get me living through the hellhole in Alabama. Yeah.
Ajan, I love you and am a doctor, so that means more coming from me. But if I am glad I found this.
What product do you put in your hair? It always looks good.
commentary.
I'll be sad if it's natural. It's natural. I don't put any product in my hair. Yeah, I know. We already saw this. Senator Tom Tillis is sponsoring the effort to make copyright infringement a felony offense for streamers. Here's what I have to say about this. I wish a motherfucker would, okay? I wish a motherfucker would. I will literally play band music. I'll play DMCA-able music on purpose for this. Like, just, I never do, and I haven't in a very long time. And I really haven't since day one. I very rarely ever play music to begin with. And when I do, I make sure that it's copyright free. That is one of the most insane, idiotic, draconian, psychopathic things I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. Okay? It is so psychopathic. I shouts out to the conservatives in North Carolina who thought, Cal Coomingham was too hardcore to vote for. So now we have North Korea Andy over here trying to jail people for DMCAs. I mean, dude, seriously, I really hope. I want justice more than anything else. Like if this was a just world that we live in, like for even suggesting such an insane thing, you would lose your job. Like you would literally no longer have a job. Like they'd be like, oh, okay, well, you're impeached, sir. Thank you. Thank you for even proposing such a ridiculous thing. You're going to jail now. Also, shouts out to the fucking massive record labels that lined up Tom Tillis's pockets for putting forward such a psychopathic law too. Let's take a look at who funds Mr. Tom Tillis here. Okay, let's see.
I want to take my degree. Thanks for all that you do. Much love. Hassel.
Okay, Rod says Twitch is now. Wait, we're gonna get to who he's funded by. Hold on. Twitch now says you can no longer call it the simp incel version as they are now against TOS, along with emotes relating to the term simp. Twitch baby, what is you doing? People online are absolutely overusing these terms. They're meaningless, and losers constantly misuse terms like simp to attack anyone who says nice about women. However, this likely won't address either of those problems, so perfectly on brand for Twitch rules. Please don't call me a simp. I will report you to the Twitch police and internet authorities. Thanks. Of course. Rod had to fucking drop one of his hilarious quips there. Okay, so where are the industries? Where are the industries? Top industries: retire, securities, investment, Blackstone Group. Oh my God, Blackstone gave him 87 grand alone. Nice.
Thanks for what you do, bro. You don't always have good takes, but mostly you do. At least you are honest. Take care of yourself.
That's all I know.
We love you and want the best for
I really
you.
wonder how 21 Savage is able to get trained to go ahead on using his music. I feel like his label will be pissed. I don't know. Man, this meta Twitch stuff is so boring. Wait, you consider an American senator taking money from record labels to write a law about something that he completely does not understand?
Hassan, you've built a great
that is so punitive and so gross that it is basically like the 2020 equivalent of debtor's prison, but even dumber than that. Somehow even worse than that, by the way. That's just simple Twitch politics or something? Are you fucking stupid? This is directly, like, this is straight the fuck up. Yet another example of how gross American politics is. This is an opportunity to radicalize millions of people that love Twitch and look at this sort of stuff on Twitch. And not only that, but it's also insane. It is so insane that, of course, it's American politics. This is cyberpunk shit, dude. You see this shit in cyberpunk and you say, wow, that's over the top. That's a little over the top, dude. It's copyright law. It's corporate overreach. It's America's draconian punitive measures. It's literally everything that we talk about. Congress has again put itself in a situation of having to pass a last-minute omnibus bill to fund the government and prevent a shutdown. These truly are must-pass bills, since much of the government grinds to a halt without them, so they often get used as vehicles for controversial bills that can't pass on their own. This is a famous practice that demon congressional Republicans engage in routinely. Now, it can be used for good as well. You can sneak in poison pill provisions, because without that, you can't fund the government. I really want to leave this country when I see shit like this,
thanks
though.
For the 7
like,
months of fun time, hassle.
It's just so, it's so disgusting. It's so fucked up. Like, there's nowhere you can go. It doesn't matter. And there's so many people that suffer way worse consequences every day and have no platform or opportunity to voice those concerns. I try to voice them as best as possible for those people by using my privilege for good. But this stuff is so, like, it's so gross. It's so over the top. It is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that, like, even thinking such a childish but also cruel thought in and of itself is immediately disqualifying. Like, you do not deserve to be a fucking senator after this. Playing DMCA-able content on stream should be regarded as a felony that could imprison you. I can't think of something dumber than this. Like, I literally cannot think of something that is dumber than this. But I'm sure we will get there as well. Moral deficiency rule? What do you mean moral deficiency? It's not here. Anyway, let's keep going. Lindsey Graham and Tom Tillis get boosted from entertainment companies. Creative Future, a coalition content companies that advocates for tighter copyright protection, published an interview with Tillis in May, calling him our hero on the hill. Copyright law drives creativity, Tillis said in the interview. It gives creators an economic incentive to pour their life into making something of cultural value. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. If you asked most of the artists, if you ask most of the artists, none of them, I mean, none of them would have a problem with Twitch streamers playing their fucking music. Okay? This is just record label politics. It is complete parasitic lies. Okay? This is a parasitic industry that is designed to literally squeeze rocks and get water out of rocks as best as they can to just generate revenue both for themselves and for the record labels anywhere they can. That's it. Monsanto copyrighted soybeans. This is worse than chat thinks. Yeah, I mean, they can do that. And they will do that. Wait, moral deficiency? What the fuck is moral deficiency? Hold on. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Just one second. I don't understand what that is. Like, people who are morally deficient are a protected class? What? Okay, we're gonna get to that in a second. Yeah, no, fuck that. That's fucking bullshit. We'll get to that in a second. Let me just finish this really quickly. Sorry. Oh, here are his entertainment industry PAC donors, by the way. Comcast Corporation, NBC Universal, 20 grand. Charter Communications, 16 grand. NCTA, the Internet and Television Association Political Action Committee, 15 grand. AT&T, Motion Picture Association of America Political Action Committee, 7,500. The irony here is that playing music on stream is not just you exploiting the music, or is not you exploiting an artist. Like, artists don't give a shit personally. They recognize it as advertising. It's like me watching YouTube videos on stream. Most of the content creators I watch on my stream, I either am friends with or become friends with after the fact, and they love it when I fucking watch their shit on stream. They see it as advertisement. Like, Andrew from All Gas No Breaks, and I have had this conversation numerous times. But he's like, he even mentions it in the podcast that's hopefully going to come out soon. I texted him saying the streets have spoken. You gotta release the pod. People are freaking out. And he said he's going to get on it immediately. But Andrew and I had this conversation in that podcast where he literally was like, dude, you were one of the first people that was like always on it. You were watching all my videos on your stream and it would fucking pop off. So, you know, thank you. Like, content creators know that. When I have a video, when I release a video and other content creators watch that, that's a wonderful thing for me. Okay? That is hundreds of thousands of new people that are now watching my shit. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous to do this. Okay?
I had dream we went to Twitch party with Will.
Copyright is absolutely shit for, and inefficient for small and independent creators. Yeah, exactly. The prohibited act is primarily designed to provide or provided for the purpose of publicly performing works protected under Title 17 by means of a digital transmission without the authority or the copyright owner of the law, has no commercially significant purpose or use other than publicly perform works protected under the Title 17 by means of a digital transmission without the authority of the copyright owner of the law, or is intentionally marketed by or at the direction of that person to promote its use in publicly performing works protected under Title 17. By means of a digital transmission without the authority of the copyright owner of the law. I'm confused. What about this law explicitly carves out not going to jail? Like, that's it. It's streaming. Chat is misunderstanding the moral deficiency rules. It's not about moral deficiency being a protected class. It's about correlating moral deficiency with protected class in a bigoted way. Oh, true. I own a bar. The big three licensing companies would literally charge you $600, mail you a paper catalog of all the artists they represent among most of the other absolutely absurd shit. Wait, what? The important text there is that it has no other purpose, which is why it probably doesn't apply to streamers when it's just listening to music. It has no commercially significant purpose or use other than publicly perform works. I don't think so, man. I think you can absolutely still use this to target streamers. You can make an argument that it is literally just that work that you're performing without any sort of authorization prior is for public for commercial significance, is of commercial significance. It literally feels like they wrote this to pursue streamers and streaming platforms, but specifically streamers. The big three are UMG, RIAA, and ASCAP. They literally will harass business owners to buy a license for their catalog for 5 figures a month or take them to court if they won't. How does DMCAing Twitch streamers earn revenue for record labels? Like, if anything, it has to cost money going after people. It costs money to go after people, but the whole point is, it costs money to go after people, but the whole point is, when it costs money to go after people, you still end up in the eyes of the parasitic industry that specifically revolves around copyright enforcement. And they justify their existence by saying, look, these people have to buy your catalog now. No one is going to do that, but that doesn't matter. Like they do to I guess, businesses, small businesses. You can't use YouTube videos for reaction content now? Yeah, no, fuck off. That's silly as shit. This is a specific application for the music industry. I'm sure that like Content ID and other like YouTubers will probably start using this as well, because that's usually how it goes, but sure, I can make an argument either way, but Tillis' offices themselves explained it was targeted against platforms specifically. Basically, they're trying to make websites that host restreams of TV shows or sports games or stuff like that illegal and a felony. The MC only exists to save Twitch's ass, not the streamers? Yeah, of course. Facebook is actually this way. I don't know when it became this way, but I all of a sudden got messages from my previous year about violated guidelines. I know this is slippery slope, but I feel like you all should be paying to play music on the stream. I know it's unpopular, but even scumbag churches pay for a license to stream hymns and shit. I get dunked on about this often, but every other commercial entity pays for the right to play music. Why shouldn't big streamers? When it's clear you all get major advertising revenue, how is that different from an arena? The difference in that circumstance probably is that we are not like commercial entities in a similar capacity to even fucking churches. That's it. That's the only difference. We're like singular individuals. If you get a felony, you can't fucking vote. Yeah. Like, we are also content creators ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, you're a bigger commercial entity than most churches, my guy. I am a content creator myself. There's a reason why companies will come to me and want to pay me money to consume whatever they have created. Okay? Not only is it beneficial for the corporation for me to play their music, not only is the artists themselves, not only are the artists themselves more often than not even fucking interested in enforcing copyright restrictions, especially because the artists don't even see a single fucking dime of this. Debtors' prisons actually hurt the poor, not millionaires. That dude has a great point, but you can't go license music for our dreams. I am not expressly creating music. I am not just restreaming music. Most streamers aren't. The DMCA part is unfortunate and frustrating because it's not like if I were to have music on in the background at all times, if I were constantly and consistently playing music and not really doing much else, that's a little different than having music in the background in a fucking video game that I have purchased, and the video game creator has given that video game to me because they want me to play it on stream. But part of that, even though they have a streamer friendly version, part of that literally still plays the music, and then you get fucking clapped and you go to jail for it. That's insane. That is not a world that you can live in. That's not a world that you can exist in. That is completely psychotic. Okay? You're just wrong about this. The fact that you can't upload most streamers' content straight to YouTube means that Twitch isn't a... The fact that you can't upload most streamers' content straight to YouTube means that Twitch isn't in safe harbor? What do you mean? You can upload most streamers' content straight to YouTube.
In the Ultimate Gamer, Hassan, fight me.
The second you make money off of someone else's content, there is no fair use claim. Wrong. Also wrong. You can absolutely... There is a fair use claim. If what you were saying is correct, then H3H3 would have lost their fucking lawsuit. You're silly. Like you're out of your mind. That is literally in the definition of fair use. You can absolutely recreate for parody or like literally analyze a certain thing on a video. Like you definitely can do that. Maybe not you, but I've seen friends of yours outright play music and show it to their chatters. What would you say to that? Again, it's a good thing overall for the companies. How can someone be an unironic neoliberal when shit like this happens? I don't know. I think they're thinking about it specifically from the point of view of like from the point of view of the record label for some reason. Fair use is reserved as a defense once you are in court. Otherwise, it shouldn't even be discussed. Yes, but because that is an applicable defense that you can use in court, that's the reason why people aren't over-the-top litigious about it.
Please. Let me be your model boyfriend or at least play Animal Crossing on stream, bro, please.
The streamer side of it is probably isn't as big a deal as people are making it out to be based on the language I linked. It is still a horrendous law, and the other half of it is much worse for how the internet operates. It creates a small claims court to fight copyright infringement cases without recourse to go to real court. Basically writing into law the arbitration regime consumer-facing companies write into their contracts to disadvantage consumers. Yep. Would you pay a reasonable subscription fee to record labels for rights to play their songs on stream? Fuck no. Record labels can suck my cock. I'm not gonna listen. I don't listen to fucking bitch. I don't listen to music. Like, were you not here when like half the internet fucking yelled at me for saying I never listen to music? I don't give a shit, dude. Are you crazy? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Pay record labels. My ass, dude. I'll pay them with my butthole. Okay? My poopies that come out of my butt. That's how I'll pay them. If an artist gives you written permission, can you play that music on stream? I'm sure they can still try to clap you.
Wasn't there a controversy about a particular streamer whose name ends in main having a bunch of content struck because it used her content, or am I mistaken?
I did not even understand what that question was.
It's the same way streamers were striking people on YouTube for using their content and other places, but now streamers are acting upset about this. It's a complete joke. I know.
Would you be okay with less CPM so that Twitch could pay the artist?
Everyone is so fake, it's disgusting.
No one is paying the artist, dog. No one. And I mean, no one. Artists are not getting paid as a consequence of this, okay? The record label industry in its entirety operates like loan sharks. They give you an advance, and then they fucking lock you into a shitty contract for the rest of your life like a fucking music slave you are. Okay? That's it. Most artists don't have any control over their fucking music. If you ask artists themselves, like, I have artist friends, they would laugh at the notion that you have to fucking pay copyright fees or whatever the fuck to play their music. It's ridiculous. You're just screwing artists. We make a living currently through royalties from BMI, ASCAP, etc. with record labels. This law is awful and something needs to change, but don't delude yourself into thinking you aren't screwing artists by this. First of all, I'm not screwing you specifically. I'm not screwing any artist. I don't even listen to music on stream. But even if I were, you bet your fucking ass I wouldn't be listening to your fucking bitch-ass music, Christian Kohler, or whatever the fuck your name is. Oh, you're just screwing us artists. Like, shut the fuck up, screwing us artists, dude. Yeah, I'm sure you're making a fucking killing off of your record label that you're not even a part of. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Independent artist Andy over here acting like independent artists ever get anything out of this this bargain. What are you, like a record label? Dude, I feel like you're literally a record label shill participating in this conversation, making them seem like they're an indie artist or something. Like, what are you, a fucking lawyer for UMG or something?
Thank you for the content, my man. You are a cool person, heart. Chat, can I get a hassle?
Ridiculous, dude. Absolutely ridiculous take. The exposure is good for you. Message isn't working here. It's because the fucking limit. Okay. I'm going to run this again. Okay. The impact is minimal. The impact that it has in a negative capacity is completely marginal and greatly outweighed by the positive consequences that it has. That's it. Okay. There is minimal impact, especially to the artists themselves who get nothing out of this regardless. Okay.
Hassle.
And the additional positive benefits are infinitely more significant than that. That's the argument that I'm making here. Let me give you a little glimpse into the hotshot educational streamer lifestyle of the two-time international TYT superstar because of that. What?
Yeet.
The people saying just pay for it. The copyright thing isn't as simple as just paying anyone. Right holders can be different by country, so a single song can have dozens of different rights holders depending on the country the song is broadcast to. So a potential dystopian future will lead to a geolock streams where you can only view or stream in countries where the streamer has licensed the content. This is exactly how Amazon Watch parties work.
Chat is being a hassle today. 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 Chat is being a hassle today.
Didn't a performer get DMCA'd for performing his own song by his own record label that hadn't paid him yet? Yes. No, I'm not going to listen to his music, and don't at him, and I don't want to listen to his music. Stop. Just because he had a fucking stupid take, it doesn't mean that, like, you know, we're going to listen to his music so he can DMCA me and get me clapped. It's like when Uber drivers would say how passing Prop 22 was actually good. Yeah, exactly. Streamers playing music help artists. As funny as it is, I started hearing about Mario Judah way more once you started playing him on stream. Yeah, I know, but that doesn't matter. Like, you're never gonna win this argument because everyone's gonna say, "Oh, dude, it's literally exposure, bro." Yeah, payment exposure. You're literally fucking taking starving artists on the street and like exploiting them and offering them exposure as a. I can't put exposure doesn't put food on my table. Meanwhile, you're not getting any food on your table, bitch. It's the record label that's getting the food. So shut the fuck up.
Hope you find that one song that gives you goosebumps. I'm a sex splitter deleted for music. It's what gives life color. I'll give you a stupid take if you'll play my band's music. Promise no clapperino.
How are DJs on Twitch affected by this? Most DJs don't even play music on Twitch. They only play like original stuff. Every single person in chat was ready to shit all over the Stadia guy for applying this exact same principle to games on Twitch. I don't know what their disconnect is here.
Hassan, thank you for making me a radical lefty.
The disconnect is obvious. Big developers and big publishers like it when Twitch streamers play their video games and restream them and broadcast them. Record labels, on the other hand, don't. Developers themselves that work at publishers don't give a fuck. They probably like when more people watch their baby, their art get experienced. Okay? Developers, just like artists, love that shit. They don't give a fuck. That's why they make the music. They don't just make the music so they can make a fucking buck. They make the music also because they want as many people to fucking listen to it as possible. And the thing that I can point to is my own personal point of view on my own personal content. Like, I make this shit so that people see it. The more people see it, the happier I am. And I also practice what I preach. I have an entire fucking cottage industry dedicated to people literally just taking rips, including this video itself probably, and putting it on fucking YouTube in unaffiliated channels where they make their own money. Admitting to being a grifter? What? Wait, how is that a grift? What? Yo. You're not wrong. You're wrong about DJs on Twitch, by the way. We're on here playing URL shows a lot and play out plenty of other people's stuff. This absolutely impacts us. And by the way, already impacts us. IRL venues pay the licensing agencies to cover performers. Twitch needs to do the same. It's literally no different.
Love the work, brother.
Anyway. He wasn't talking about you, lol. They just learned what grifter meant, and I guess they forgot about it. Music artists get more mad about this because they have so few alternatives to getting revenue than scraps from record labels, though. The real issue is they can't make livable wages if they don't get credit for the music. When people ask me why I play video games on a console instead of a PC, I'm just going to show them this. Okay, but this is about streaming. I have a 2080 Ti on a single, and it was working. This is literally just a streaming related problem. It's not a video game related problem at all. But I get the argument behind it. Because your only purpose is to grow your audience for your own happiness. I'm not saying it's all bad. It's good that you're advocating for leftist ideas, but you're still fundamentally just an individual growing your personal brand. Let's keep going. And no, I will not be unbanning Mr. Mr. Trotsky from the chat for the near future, perhaps ever, no matter how much he asks. Oof. Imagine you have to pay them for the music. Imagine the implication that would have on royalties for artists that use samples. Artists going to shoot themselves in the foot. I just ice picked them for good. There's no coming back from that. Okay. Anyway, So yeah, he is a felony streaming bill would likely be a chill on expression, says Catherine Trendacosta, associate director of
And the
policy and
communist
activism in the
bit rough.
Electronic Frontier Foundation. We already see it's hard enough to just civil copyright in the DMCA for people to feel comfortable asserting their rights. The chance of a felony would impact both expression and innovation. Tillis, the chairman of the Intellectual Property Subcommittee, was recently reelected for another 6-year term by a margin less than 2% over his Democratic opponent. In the final stretch of his campaign, Tillis received a surge of campaign contributions from PACs affiliated with the entertainment companies. They're cramming this measure into the omnibus to turn unauthorized commercial streaming of copyrighted material like an album on YouTube, a video clip on Twitch, or a song in an Instagram story into a felony offense with a possible prison sentence rather than a misdemeanor, according to protocol. The text of the measure has not been publicly released yet, but it is expected to be broadly similar to past entertainment industry-backed attempts to criminalize unauthorized streaming, such as the provisions of the SOPA-PIPA bills in 2012 that sparked an unprecedented internet blackout protest for the Commercial Felony Streaming Act, which prompted Justin Bieber to say that its sponsor, Senator Amy Klobuchar, should be locked up. Based. Anyway. In a situation where Twitch as a platform is collectively owned by the streamers within it, I feel like it would be logical to pay licensing fees for the whole platform so anyone can utilize it. But this notion that each individual streamer should pay out the ass for licensing only fucks content creators over and gatekeeps expression and culture, and is ultimately Amazon shifting the cost literally onto his workers. There is no universal copyright. You understand that, right? So no matter which way you cut it, if you're an international stream, as I am an international stream, I have numerous different audience members from every single fucking market on the planet. There is no way that I could purchase an international copyright for every single thing that may or may not appear in a video that I'm watching.
Anyway, please check
okay?
out my unrelated
So
Trots
whichever way you cut it,
video
even if
with
you start
20
paying
views on
out the
YouTube.
ass for licensing fees, let's say that Twitch is like, all right, we're going to pay licensing fees, which they should, right? Okay, so they pay licensing fees. What happens then? So now you have licensing fees for specific marketplaces. You won't be able to sign on and watch me unless you are in that marketplace. It still limits artistic expression. It limits creativity. It limits freedom of information. It all does. All of this does. It's 2021. Restrictions are lifted. You're happy to be back at the club and free with people. You post an Insta story to show your happiness. It has 10 seconds of T-Pain's Bartender. You get clapped by the feds and do 10 years in the clink. Yeah. Like, oh, I'm having so much fun. You post the fucking story. You post your story and boom! Federal agents break down your fucking door and kill your dog in the process. I think there's shitters in here with socks who wait until a take like picking a fight hat and then they try to hop on whatever stunlock they're pissed off the most and repeat it until you lose your mind. It makes me sad to see so many chatters trying to do or say the right thing. And then there's a few shitters who come in here and ruin the awesome place. What? Bitcoin? You need to learn the talking points on why Bitcoin solves this issue of music?
Yo.
I'm defiantly new here. Do you just ban anyone who disagrees with you? Please don't check my logs. They may hurt your feelings. El Goblino 420. First of all, you're not new here. I know how long you've been in here because I know your name. Finish DS3. Exactly. There you go. Idiot. I'm not going to ban him. Please quickly read my user card. I'm an applesauce. No trolling, just emotional expressions to you. You really helped me understand my political views and how fucked up the world is. Thanks, man. Agreed. It also makes it less likely that my awesome takes in chat will be sniped. The bipartisan deal to end surprise billing still allows surprise billing for Chef's Kiss ambulance rides. Christ. Compromise legislation in the practice has private equity firms nervous. Oh no. Article you're seeing is from before Tillis's office released the text of the bill. By the way, if AOC wants to use her political capital for something that will have immediate effect, she should use it on not allowing this farce to become law because that will change how the internet works. Yeah. Doesn't Amazon already have licensing through Amazon Music? Why don't they just make a system where the streamers use Amazon Music in the background of their streams? Copyright doesn't work that way. The moment that where you are saying like, first of all, it doesn't matter. Like, we're talking about jail time. There's two separate issues here. One is like the rigorous application of the DMCA or whatever Twitch is going to create, or maybe they won't create anything. The reason why the DMCA works, the reason why the DMCA exists to begin with, is because Content ID is something that YouTube created within itself, which created a cottage industry basically of like Zephyr and other numerous like parasitic middlemen. Okay. But they created that so that they would not get fault for allowing DMCA-able content to exist on their platform. Okay? They made a tool so that people could target and take down or make money off of their hard work, I guess. Creating a middleman, an industry full of middlemen that basically just target and take down these videos. Okay? Twitch doesn't have its own version of that. Twitch does not have its own version of that. Please watch hour 220 of the town hall. They will say this law will not affect streamers. I despise copyright to begin with. I think intellectual property is really fucking stupid. It seems like the text of the bill would be super important because of who's to say you don't have a VPN and connect to Twitch from a server from Germany to broadcast. YouTube has had region locking for like a decade now. Look how dead it is. Yeah, YouTube is a singular entity for all video that you can find on the internet. They benefit from being a monopoly. This would kill Twitch in its entirety because Twitch is the monopoly on live streaming, but there's plenty of other competitors to live streaming when there's no other fucking competitor to video broadcasting. Like Vimeo isn't fucking taking over YouTube anytime soon. Like, YouTube, on the other hand, could easily fucking clap Twitch. Now, it already has a pre-existing structure for this. You seem to like, you need to laugh? Nope. Then people can just rip other people's IP and sell it as their own? Do you mean some alternative to copyright? Saying that intellectual property is stupid is a fucking Elon Musk take. Come on, Hassan. There's value to intellectual property. I think there needs to be more leniency on the way that intellectual property works. I think patents don't necessarily create innovation, but inhibit it. I do believe that intellectual property in the same vein. I think that there needs to be way more fucking leniency on that.